Hey there, everybody! Welcome back to another Final Fantasy stream. Also, first stream that I've done during a weekday in fucking long ass time. So yeah, felt like it was gonna be like not too tired today, so yeah, I thought that I could at least do a stream, hopefully, which turns out I could. So today I don't have anything overly, I would say, interesting planned. We're just gonna be doing some leveling a little bit because yeah, currently still doing that. Just trying to get everything to level 100. Recently got the red mage to 100 like a couple of days ago, and I'm getting somewhat close to having a sage at level 100 as well. The way I'm basically doing my leveling is I suck at healers. I have such a hard time basically keeping track of everyone's health for whatever reason, so I usually don't play these in the high level content, and by high level I basically mean anything past level 50. Hey there, it's Jerry. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. Oh, I got a cough really quick. That's my. There you go. Hey there, Combo. I'm high level. What level are you at? I don't even remember where they are. I mean, you also have several at level 100. Why do I even have it 100? 10. How many do you have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. You have 11. I can't remember how many I counted for myself. You actually have more little 100s than I do. So, yeah. But yeah, since I basically suck at healers, or at least I have a hard time playing healers, I usually only do what is it? The main scenario roulette with those, because these are easy as hell. And also because I get some poetics, which I use for Manual Relic. And then I have also been, but haven't really for a couple of days now, maybe even a week. I have been sort of queuing up for front lines and doing that. Queue up as a healer that I'm currently leveling, and then just switching over to machinist because that's the only class I know how to play really in PvP. Just for like the XP, and then I usually also do the Casadara dailies and the Pixie dailies. So essentially just combat dailies from Invoker and Shadowbringers. Because while it's not massive amounts of XP, it's still a bit. And I have also been doing some Fate farming a little bit in some areas. For example, I got Yaktel to rank 4. I think yesterday. I think it might have been yesterday that I got Yaktel till or to rank 4. Let me actually see that. Yeah, it was yesterday, I think. Yeah, I was just doing some fates sometimes. But yeah, the plan is to basically just queue up for a main scenario and those, and maybe some the other roulettes probably has something else. And yeah, then yeah, it's not gonna be like a massively long stream because I do have work tomorrow as well, and it's gonna be a long day because we have some stuff after work as well. So yeah, might end the stream at maybe like 9 o'clock, maybe 10. I don't know yet. Go find groups for or when doing fates. Usually not, because it feels like the fate groups have kind of slowed down a bit. I guess I can see here that Shaloni does have one group up, but honestly in XIV I've mainly just been doing it by myself. I think I might have like at some point been in a group, but I think most of the fates there I've just done by myself. I know that in Urkupacha and Cosmo Uga I did some of it at least in a group. I have done Shaloni a bit in a group, but I think most of the other areas have just been like by myself. I will say it does also help a little bit if I'm playing on a class that can actually just take care of a lot of enemies at the same time. Like Sage does really well against a lot of enemies because you can just heal yourself really easily. Red Mage I was able to do it decently well as well, or on as well. I don't think I really did it that much on Viper and Ninja, or any of the physical ranged ones. Mainly because it's not easy. You basically just can only pull like a few enemies at a time and not just the entire fate. Yeah. I'm wondering what job I should try and double next, because I'm starting to kind of run out of jobs that I feel confident actually playing, because as I said before, healers I don't really feel that confident playing. White Mage I feel like the only one that I kind of know, but I would probably not play it in content higher than level 60, because past that I'm like, I don't really know how to play it. Black Mage I still have no idea how to play it well. They did apparently change it up a little bit with Endwalker, but I still am not good at that like whole rotation thingy. I can kind of figure it out at like level 50, but past that it starts getting weird with like how the rotation is. Pectomancer I don't dislike it, but there's certain things with the whole like motifs that I feel a little bit weird with, I would say. It's like, it feels weird basically having to stand there and do an like attack essentially that does no damage but then allows you to do damage. It just feels weird, kind of. Reaper and Samurai I should have no problems with. Dragoon, don't think I would have too much of a problem with that one either. Monk, there is a video that I could watch though from what is his name again? I think Wesk Alber? There, you should. There it is. Right, Spidey. Ooh, that is the. What weapon is that? Ah, the Mandeville ones. I was like, hold on, is that the Mandeville or is that the Shadowbringer one? Because I was like, I don't quite remember how they look. But yeah, I feel like Paladin I could probably also do just in like random like group content. Dark Eye and Gunbreaker, a little bit more unsure about. But yeah, I'm kind of starting to have more jobs that I need to level that I feel less confident in than I do. Started liking the Paladin kit a lot. I will say I also kind of started liking it a lot after farming. Which one was it again? There was one of the Eden raids that I did. Let it go. It was Inundation. I can't remember why. Might have been for the Moogle event or something else. All I know is that I ended up doing Inundation like a ton of times, and I basically just did it on Paladin because I felt like it. Could also have been maybe for something else, but I know that I did Inundation a lot of times for something. Oh no, wait, now I remember. It was for the Sharebringer's Relic. You need to basically at some point do a ton of farming either in Satnor, basically doing either critical engagements or skirmishes. I think I basically ended up getting all the stuff from the skirmishes, which are the small fate things, and then I needed stuff from the critical engagements. The problem is just those spawn like never, because people need to do the skirmishes, so they barely ever spawned. But thankfully you can just do certain what is it, Heavensward, Stormblood and Showerbringer raids, and you can get the items there, but you get less of them, but it's slightly more guaranteed. Also been working on the Heavensward relic. Ooh, nice. I will still say Heavensward, I feel like, are some of the best relics, just in general, because honestly those are the relics that I use on like most of my jobs. Like Paladin, I believe it's the sword that I use on it. I think most of them, it's like the weapons aren't overly like weird, I would say. Like they aren't too flashy, but they're flashy enough almost. And why the hell did I get this thing? Oh, I guess I haven't switched over to Summoner after hitting the 100. What other ones? I think Dragoon. There's this. I think this is. What is that? That is. That is level for the last one. Can't remember which ones I also use. Oh yeah, of course, Dark Knight. Oh, I actually swapped that one out because I ended up doing this silly thing. I don't think I actually use my... Wait, I use it on Scholar, I know. That one. Yeah, I actually don't use it on that many of my jobs now that I think about it. Mainly because of just Square not giving us enough glamour plates. I've had to basically just throw away some jobs that I can't have glamour plates for because, hey, we don't have enough. We just don't have enough. Which is kind of annoying because when you think about it, we have... how many is it now? It's like 22 combat jobs, and then uh, 11. So that means around, what is that? 33? Unless my math is completely off. I think we have like 33 jobs. We're missing 13 Square in order for us to have like at least one for each. Give us more glamour plates. Like, yes, it would be nice with maybe a bit more glamour dresser space, but honestly, I would rather have glamour plates than glamour dresser space. Because I feel like a lot of stuff they put in your glamour dresser you might not use. Honestly, I have so many things there that I never use. But I would like to have more glamour plates, just so I could like put like make glamours for Astrologian, for example, for Black Mage, Dragoon. I think I had to remove Dragoon. Okay. Also, another thing that would be nice is if you could actually like move glamour plates around like different like numbers almost, because you can't do that. It's a bit annoying. It's like, that's my Fisher clan. There's my crafter and there's my gathering. I wish I could just drag and drop and it would just swap them, but nope. But yeah, I think also Monk doesn't have a clan. Because I don't have enough spots for them. And I basically just only made glamour plates with the jobs that actually play. Yeah. I guess we'll just jump into main scenario, if that's okay. Vehicle. Let's see which one we get. Is it gonna be like a normal dungeon length? Kind of long or really long? Do we get a cutscene? It's very long. Okay, yeah. Well, we won't get out of here for another like 45 minutes ish. Where's Jet? Sure, we can do that. Just what channel should we do it in then? Jail? What? Big or call I don't know. Yeah, maybe just direct call then. I just need to disconnect from this channel that I'm in and then my picture will disappear. Oh, I'm gone. I guess I'll just call you up then. Hey. I mean, it's Praetorium, it's like the enemies hit like wet noodles. Yep.
The kid on the Paladin quite a lot.
I also just remembered that I didn't have the Discord audio enabled.
Oh no.
Also, for some reason, there's like a weird, like, humming almost sound coming from
I know
your
what
mic, I
that
think.
is. Just let me fix that. Just hold on to the groove or something.
Alright. I'll keep them alive at the very least.
Is it fixed now?
Yeah, I don't hear it now, at least.
Okay, that's just because my microphone is a bit weird. Like the cable that I'm using is not actually a good cable. So the cable itself has like a poor connection to the microphone. You just gotta, you know, force the microphone cable and the cable that connects to the PC together correctly.
Okay.
or it will have that weird grounding sound. Oh, there you are. Thought I lost you.
Oh, I'm just standing in the middle of the enemy so I can AoE them.
Mode. Oh, they're not all dead. There we go. My bad. Ah yes, it's time to go sit on Gaius' face.
Yep.
One might say it's situational.
Yep.
I can pontificate, can you tell?
Yeah. I feel like every single time I end up in this dungeon, it's just like, well, time to basically pull up a long YouTube video that I can watch.
Mood. Sometimes I just listen to music.
Yeah, there's
Or,
also
you know,
that.
have a stream on the side.
Yeah, because it's like, once you've done this dungeon enough, it's like, yeah, I know I can basically just get hit by anything. It doesn't hurt.
I mean, I still do the mechanics.
Yeah, it's the same, but it's like, if you really want to just like test the waters, you can just be like, yeah, I'm not dodging that. Because like, I know for a fact that some mechanics is just like, okay, yeah, I can get hit by this thing, I don't need to move. I just use like second wind if I'm like on a DPS job. It's just, it heals. It heals like, I don't know, 50% of the damage that I took, and it's like already just barely anything.
Yeah. I mean, imagine it on a tank.
And then it's barely anything, especially if there's mitigation already from something else.
Yeah. I do miss Holy Sheltron when I'm this low level.
Yeah. It's kind of the same for me with Warrior when it's like below level 70. You don't have a big rage. Then it's like, great. Need to get enough stacks of, what is it called again? Inner release? What is it again? The one that basically gives you a free use of Fell Cleave.
I mean, the ability is called Inner Release, but I can't remember. Early on, it's just called Berserker, I think.
No,
but it gets upgraded to something else later on.
Isn't it Primal Rage? Or is that an attack?
Primal Render is an attack.
I can't remember the attack now, or the ability now. Searching it up.
I mean, we do have to smash this golem and its weird underpants.
True, but it's not gonna take that long to look this up unless the wiki doesn't want to load. Let's see, it's Infuriate, it was called. Like, usually whenever I'm like below level 50, it's like, or below level 70, it's like, okay, get full like meter or have 2 stacks of Infuriate, and then it's like, okay, pop the attack that basically makes that will turn into the good range attack, and then it's like, okay, fire off 3 Fell Cleaves, or if that's not possible, then just, okay, try and line things up somewhat so you can get as many attacks in with high potencies. The thing I do like about Sage is just the fact that I can be like, yeah, I don't need to worry about like targeting most of the others. I can just kind of do whatever.
Yeah.
Especially the thing is, just, damn, that was fast.
I think I've experienced slightly faster, but they do cap out in how fast you can do it on.
Yeah, like usually I feel like it at least gets to the point where the second of the ground AoE thing happens. I feel like that's usually the most common like amount of time that I've seen. So I guess we have some
but we
good
do
DPS.
also have one Pictomancer, so
True.
they do have a lot of damage right now.
Yeah.
I'm still sad about Dark Knight getting nerfed, even though I don't play Dark Knight.
Like from their Endwalker state.
Yeah, and Endwalker was crazy because they were, you know, during the burst window stronger than some DPSs.
Yeah.
But now it's like the tank with the smallest, what's it called, damage in the burst window.
That seems weird.
Yeah.
Like I would actually expect, at least with how the different tanks are, I would have kind of expected Dark Knight just to be the one with the most damage. Because like each of them kind of fulfills different roles. Like Paladin has probably the most group-wide mitigation, I would say, and healing for the group. Warrior has the most self-healing, I would almost say. Like Paladin does have the whole thing where they do the whole thing with the shield and the big wings, which basically just goes like, hey, yeah, everyone behind this takes significantly less damage. And they also have just a straight up healing spell that they can just spam and so on. Gunbreaker, I feel like doesn't Gunbreaker have like the highest just general DPS?
Kind of. But it's like after what's it called, Warrior now the Warrior is doing like triple what's it called, primal abilities, what's it called, Ruination, and the other one with big axe, I can't remember. That's like,
You can look it up. Yeah, Primal Ruination, that's the big axe. Then there's Primal Rend, which is the spin.
yeah, but we had Primal Rend in what's it called, Endwalker as well. There's the other one that you weave in between.
Primal Wrath.
Okay. But yeah, after we got those, Warriors sort of become the one with the most, what's it called, DPS in the burst window. The problem that sort of happened for, what's it called, Dark Knight is that one of their abilities got nerfed by about 200 potency. And that's the one that you as Dark Knight basically spam to empty your mana pool.
Is that the one that also gives you gauge? Like that buff thingy that is like a damage buff?
I can't remember, but basically it's the one that you would primarily use on single target to, what's it called? You know, spend your mana to deal damage. And I got nerfed by like, you know, 200 potency or so. So that's technically, and since you would usually do what, 4 or 5 of these in a row, that's a lot of potency that's just would have been there, but it's now just out the window. So that's kind of why Dark Knight has lost its, you know, its very strong burst window.
Is it it's not Flood of Darkness, Edge of Darkness, or Edge of Shadow, perhaps?
Again, I can't remember. It's been, you know, I haven't played Dark Knight since mid-Endwalker, so yeah.
Okay, I don't think it's necessarily that one then, because that one I can see here in the patch history for that ability. It got a nerf in Endwalker, but it hasn't gotten any nerfs since.
Okay.
Not Edge of Darkness. I don't know what other ability Dark Knight would have that actually like spends mana, because I think the only ones they have is like the Flood of Darkness or Shadow, Edge of Darkness or Shadow, and then the Black Knight. Just like their shield thingy.
Then I can't remember what it was, but there was something that was very detrimental that nerfed the whole damage burst thing. Yeah. Could also be that I'm just not remembering correctly and the Dark Knights are just crying. Because now Warrior has a bigger burst window with the triple primal abilities. Yeah.
Trashcan just said, Dark cringe, they took my beloved plunge from me. Yeah. I still don't understand why, or I kind of maybe get the reasoning for it, which was like, oh, we don't want as many abilities you need to weave. But at the same time, more buttons for more damage. Like, why take away a button that you can just be like, oh, I have an open window here, just click it.
No.
Like, that's what I do with the like charge attacks for Warrior and Paladin. Is just like, alright, just have an open window, push the button. Even though I'm right up against the enemy, just push it. Squeenix makes worst job changes possible. Has to leave. Blood weapon. Yeah, they did something with blood weapon. I don't remember what it was. Where is it on this list? Didn't they make it so that it upgrades to oh yeah, they upgraded that to delirium. Now.
Wait. But blood weapon is their what's it called? Isn't that the one that gives you a 3-stack ability that you can use like 3 times in a row for free?
Blood weapon is basically made it so that when you yeah, you got 3 stacks of blood weapon. Each stack increases the blood gauge by 10 and restores MP when using attacks. And delirium, I think, basically made it so that you basically had the ability to use some of their skills while or for free, basically. That would usually, I think, require, I think it was blood gauge. Could be wrong on that.
Yeah. Also, we have to pay the toll.
Toll Skiva.
The Nero toll Skiva, yeah.
Tragic Kitty says blood weapon was like 5 charges before. Delirium had 3, which you just lets you use blood skills for free. Yeah, I do remember though that whenever I had to use blood weapon, like in, for example, Praetorium, it would just be like, oh shit, I didn't get to use all of them, because I always ended up just messing up with that. Especially for some reason in AoE, I always seem to like not get enough attacks off to actually like use it correctly. Man, the DPS is high.
It is. I think this monk is very optimized.
Yeah, both the monk and, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are good, but the Pictomancer is also a necromancer.
Mood.
Just like, if I see someone with the necromancer title, it's like, okay, I have a feeling that they know how to play the game at least, because you don't just get that thing unless you somehow buy an account with that, but I kind of doubt that, at least in this case.
Also, shiny weapons.
I think the only reason why I'm actually not using some sort of shiny weapon on uh, Sage, I couldn't remember what their name was, but on Sage it's just because I'm like using these. I think it's Guardian weapons.
Flying machine guns.
Yeah, because I kind of went with like a evil scientist esque kind of vibe for my glam, or at least that's kind of what I tried to go for a bit. So I thought, does make sense to really have glowy, like fairy wings or something like that. Let's take some machine guns and just use those.
One of my friends in the FC have tiny dragons.
Need dragons.
Yeah, they don't even have movement on them, sort of. They're just very, very small and almost looks like dots. You have to zoom in quite a lot to actually see them, but they are tiny dragons.
Yeah, then I gotta ask, is that a mod that they're using, or is it
No,
actually in the
it's
game?
one I could see without mods, so I doubt it's a mod.
Huh.
I don't know where they found them, but they have them.
Since we have the big cutscene, which I always mute some of the like, whenever it's like okay after Nero, I basically always mute the game, just using my macro because I'm like I don't want to listen to Gaius' speech. I've heard it so many times at this point. Let me try and see here. 14 Sage weapons. Can I maybe find those? I need dragons. I know that there's apparently one weapon that is like owls, I think. Like owl sort of totems. I don't really know how else to describe them.
Uh, Nyang. Oh, there aren't even that many sage weapons.
Yeah. Don't think there's like a ton of them. Like from what I could see on the Ocean database, like the official one, there's apparently like 87 sage weapons.
That's also what I found.
So yeah, it's not a ton of weapons that they have. Granted, they have also only been out for like one expansion.
Oh, I found them. I think they're called Radiance Mill Pivers? I'm not sure. But just
Those. I think I just found them.
yeah.
We'll say though the official like
They are
wiki
tiny
sort of thing,
dragons.
the wiki sort of thing that they have doesn't always have the best like view of things. I feel like it's very small pictures that they had.
Yeah. I found something on a site that actually had a decent picture. I sent you a DM.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good picture of that.
They are very tiny.
Yep. Like I also found a picture of it on the Gamer Escape. They are very small. But if you're trying to go for like a dragon sort of themed like glam for or for Sage, those would definitely work.
Yeah. The page with the good pictures.
Let's try and see if I can maybe get the picture up here. Yeah, there we go. So people on stream can see what weapon we're talking about. It's this thing, dragon.
They are tiny. Wearing them on the back.
Tiny.
They are barely. They're barely bigger than a Lalafell's hand.
Yeah, I mean, just the comparison here. It's not like there's of course some distance here, but it's like it's not that much.
The other picture where they are equipped to the back of that Lalafell instead. Anyway, the cutscene's over.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to join, but it would help since you are the healer.
Yeah.
But the third, there we go, the third DPS, yeah. That sounds about right. I'm just a blue DPS.
I'm a green DPS.
A green DPS? How am I a green DPS?
I'm a green DPS.
That is true.
Everyone's a DPS.
Yeah.
In the words of Joe Cat, everybody's a DPS.
It's a game about making the enemy's numbers so small pancakes seem like big number. I don't know what the call was.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want this? Here, this is you. You can do this, Avatar.
Oh, it's just it doesn't it isn't the splash one. Unfortunately, I know that because Chun Chun once tried to basically do that on I think either me or one of our friends, and I was like pretty sure that one is not one that has like splash damage.
Kind of weird because like supposed to be that the red circle means that inside the red circle is, you know, danger.
Yep. I think generally it's only if it has like the actual circle thing around it. Unless it's in
I've taken damage from what's it called?
Tank Busters.
From a tank buster on a different tank in what's it called? Agalaya.
Yeah, like it feels like most of the time they don't have splash damage. Unless it's certain cases, because I have definitely also seen times where it's like, oh yeah, it actually does.
Yeah.
It seems a little bit random sometimes when it has like splash damage and when it doesn't.
Maybe it's all for the suspense. Oh. Surprise. No. He has very little health left. He's just gonna go down in like a hit or two. There we go.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. 99.
Congrats. Also, ha!
I can finally equip my artifact gear on Sage.
Hooray! I guess.
I mean, it's better gear than what I currently have. I think most of my gear is like, let's see, one of them is level 91, 90, 95, 90, and 91. And my weapon is also 90.
Most of my gear is Not all of my gear is what do you call it? What's the word again? Melded. And it's melded for what's it called, warrior. So that's all I have to say.
I mean, even if it's both the war, it's still better than nothing.
I guess.
I mean, currently I'm gonna go from like what is 651 item level to 672.
Nice.
All because I just actually got some decent gear on. Also, this gear is actually pretty nice looking. Ooh, those are actually some pretty cool cool ones, those weapons. I like the fact that it almost looks like blades in this one for these.
No. Flying swords. Put me in a box.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, I even got the crit, I think, with the diagnosis there, so you got an even bigger shield.
Chunky. But also, do they stack, I guess? They do.
Yeah, the two ones that you got, the creation diagnosis and differential diagnosis stack. It's kind of like,
Divine Veil.
oh yeah, Divine Veil. I
Yeah, I guess
think
it's
they
stacked
do.
also.
I think the only ones that don't stack in that case is basically just Sage and Scholar's shield don't stack. I think all other shields basically stack onto it. It's just those two will basically just not work together.
Oh, okay, that's fun to know. Divine Veil and Shake It Off share cooldown.
Yeah, I think it's because it's kind of the same ability. Kind of,
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, there isn't that much difference between Divine Veil and what's it called? Shake It Off. The difference is that what's it called? The shield that you get from what's it called? Shake It Off is 15% of the what's it called? Party members' HP. Where the shield on Paladin is based off the Paladin's max HP, and it's 15.
Also noticed
There's
that.
also some restorative effects, like it restores the target's HP like Divine Veil does, but on Shake It Off, it is a effect that gradually restores my own HP, and then also the target's HP.
Yeah.
Or the party's HP.
Also noticed that
And
3 of the skills from Sage also share cooldowns with 3 skills from Wide Range, Temperance, Presence of Mind, and Tetragrammaton.
Additionally, Shake It Off also dispels Thriller Battle Damnation and Bloodwedding in exchange for 2% more, what's it called?
Damage absorption in
Damage
terms of
absorption,
shield.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like usually a good thing to, if you really need the shield, is like, okay, have one of those maybe, because I think it's like, it's not great to use all 3 of them, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Generally, I guess the between warriors, we don't want to use any of them because 15% is like already a fairly standard reduction that you can get from most anything.
Yeah.
I guess Thriller Battle is the one you would want to dispel as maybe the only one, because at what's it called, level 100, it is only your what's it called? Your own healing abilities that actually gets affected by Thriller Battle. It's kind of a weird change because it's a little bit of a nerf between level 90 and level 100. Because at level 90, it is all healing effects that, you know, gets boosted, as far as I can tell. But at level 100, it's like only your own actions, which is but in exchange, it's like Rampart got the what's it called, all healing actions that, you know, heals more when using it when you're at level 100. Kind of funky that they kind of
From the looks of it, it actually looks like, in terms of just like the effects description, it's actually the exact same thing, only just the amount.
If you like, so the first one says increase maximum HP by 20% and restores the amount increased. That's on Thriller Battle. Then it gives the additional effect. Increases HP recovery via healing actions on self.
Yeah, by 20%.
By 20%. That's on self.
Rampart.
If I use a healing effect, that means I get 20% more. Rampart, it just says increase HP recovery. Oh, it also says on self.
Yeah, that's what I say. I think it actually doesn't mean just for yourself, because I tried quickly looking at the description of the thing that adds it to the to Thriller Bell. It says adds an additional effect to Thriller Bell that increases HP recovery via healing actions by 20%. I think it does actually increase it from any source, as long as I think it's from an action, maybe, because I think there are some things.
Yeah, but this is the
change things.
78 upgrade.
Yeah, is there even one for like higher level? Because I don't see one that's higher. Like Ramparts gets it at like 94, gets the like healing increase.
I wish we could. Could you queue one? If you could set up a party real quick. We are in a party. If you could set up unrestricted, but what's it called? Level limited. That's
sync.
Yeah, level sync. There we go. That one.
And where?
And then hop into a level 90 dungeon. Just any level 90 dungeon on the list that you have. And let's not do it because we're probably gonna die.
We're two warriors at level 100. That's it's not a problem.
Okay, so the text is the same, but the Rampart is
yeah, that's
only Rampart that gets a change, so it's actually been retroactively applied. The change, because I remember that what's it called, the text used to not say what's it called, via healing, what's it called, it used to say that it wasn't, you know, effects. Like, it used to say clean out that you just get more healing when Thriller Battle is active.
Let me actually see. I can probably see the changes that happen to it from the wiki. There usually has like the changes throughout.
And see, we have exactly the same amount of HP.
I think it's because it's like level synced.
Yeah, I know.
So it just syncs it down.
That was the joke. That was you know, the joke.
Yeah.
You know.
Some reason the wiki, it could also be that they haven't updated it, but they don't actually say anything regarding either Thrill of Battle or the trait other than it got changed in 5.0.
Okay. But I remember that they mentioned these changes at some point.
I wonder if it's visible in like on their page, like on the actual. Nope. On the official page, it doesn't say anything with like changes either.
Okay. Could be that I'm just having a brain fluke, but I'm pretty sure that what's it called, Thriller Battle, once upon a time used to be all healing effects instead of, you know, just saying healing actions on self by 20%.
Could be that maybe they've just changed the like wording of it, but not the actual effect. And I feel like usually they would like note that at least that hey, we have just changed the like description of it.
Anyway.
We just jump out of it, or?
I mean, I didn't come here to do anything other than looking at the abilities in a single state.
I still do need to do a 90 dungeon. My Wondrous Tale.
Any of my Wondrous Tales.
I mean,
I kind of need, I guess.
This book is from last week.
Oh.
I haven't done it yet because I ended up. I think Sunday I ended up after having streamed Terraria with the Calamity mod. I ended up being like, I needed to update my like small trophy room thing that I had. So I ended up spending like a few hours doing that, and also farming a bunch of the trophies that I was missing. Because I was like, might as well do that. Those are easy bosses I've already defeated. I can just quickly clear out a couple of those. There's someone from my FC there.
They ran away.
Yeah, came over, did a pit, and then ran. Let's see. Don't know
More
what.
roulette, or just the 90 dungeon.
Yeah, I completely forgot that Angora was Trashy Caddy. I'm so bad with some of the like remembering some of the names of my of the people in my FC. I just don't know what job I want to do more roulettes on. I guess I could go with maybe Reaper. It has been a while since I played Reaper though.
As long as you don't switch to Creeper, then it's fine. Also, I don't know what it is with what's it called? The relic weapon on the Endwalker relic weapon on Reaper. The only thing I can see when I look at it is a long stick with a triangle at the end and a circle in it. Just gonna say it.
Triangle at the end and the circle.
Yeah, like if you zoom all the way out, and then if you try to attacks with it, it basically you can't see the details on the weapon very well because it, you know, whooshes by so fast. So it looks like you're waving about like a triangle, like a really big triangle.
I can kind of see what you mean. It's basically like a very like thin triangle and a circle.
Yeah, you can't see the rest of the weapon. Like this one doesn't have any effects on it, but you can at least tell that it's not a triangle on a stick.
Yep. That is also one of the weapons you can actually get a glowing version of.
Oh.
But
Yes.
you need to have done what is it again? Keybind again for that. That's not the one. This I have so many fucking keybinds for the U button. I think you need to basically do another Alo Alo Island Savage. Not as anything, just clearing it gives you like an item which you can then use on an augmented version of that weapon that you're using, like the augmented avatar scythe for example, and then you can get a glowy version. I don't remember what they look like, but you can basically do it for all of those weapons that are from that set of weapons. But still, you need to complete another Alo Alo Island Savage. That's not easy from what I understand.
I don't know what I'm waiting for. Let's go!
I haven't even completed the normal version. I don't even have it unlocked.
Oh. In 100 years, you say? Well, we'll just get it done by tomorrow, next week.
I mean, some of the people in the FC have done. Oh, where's that achievement again? Dungeons.
Go EP, go eat, man. Then we'll do it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, there's some people in the FC, me and Angora, who have done the Criterion Core achievement, which I believe basically requires you to do all three like Criterion dungeons on Savage. Then you get the Epic Hero achievement. That one is not easy, because if I'm not mistaken, those dungeons are like harder, like around Savage level, I guess, like Savage 8 level or something like that. What roulette do you want to do?
Which one do you want?
I don't know.
I only want the ones that gives tombstones. But if you want to do leveling, we can do leveling.
I mean, we can do a high level one as well that also gives, because I also need I need mainly just poetics.
Oh, I mean, I need poetics. That is what I need.
Tried doing that and it was too tiring. They were rough. Got kind of burned out around the last Criterion dungeon, but man, the others are still out. Yeah, it's seriously because you can't just unsync them. It's honestly still a pretty nice thing of just like those Criterion dungeons are still gonna be difficult even like past like probably even in the next expansion, because they're just not easy.
The shiny weapon brigade.
And Sprout Healer.
Wow.
The only problem with this dungeon is just gonna be I have no like attacks that I can use. I have so little. That's the only thing I hate about Reaper at low levels, is just that I have nothing.
Mode.
I have debuff, I have my 1-2 AoE. And then I have Grim's or Blood Stalk. A single target bar spender. That's it.
Just don't spend it all at the bar. Come on, healer, you can do it. Yeah. There isn't a two pull for that one, unfortunately.
Yeah. There's still a thing that's kind of weird with Eremborn dungeons. Just like, okay, yeah, they don't have like a set formula in terms of like, this is how they're structured. It's just random sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can only do 1 pull here. Yeah, you can do like 7 pulls in one go. Like, what?
Yes, and kill the healer. Mentally.
Did we do like a... I don't remember, was I even in that group when Kynes tried to do the... oh, what dungeon was it again? Why am I playing on this now? Copperbell Hard? There's like a really big pull in that one. Like near the start.
Can't remember.
So I can't remember if I was actually part of that one or not.
I mean, I think it was just me, Kynes, and Van doing Copperbell Hard.
So I know I at least watched the oh yeah, it was he was streaming, I wasn't watching. Or I was watching it. That's how it was.
Yeah.
So I remember that you also ended up doing the Stasha hard, and I ended up just sitting out in front. Just be like, I'm just gonna wait here.
Yeah. Yeah. Just gonna pass the loop.
I think I once had like a run of this dungeon where the tank did not use, I think, any AoEs.
Okay.
It was...
Just tagging everything once and then...
I think they didn't know that they had like single target attack or AoE attacks. I don't think they ever used it. I think they basically just like jumped into like a group and then just started attacking them one at a time. So I remember basically jumping in on like a melee DPS, or maybe it was like a ranged one, just going like, yeah, I'm just hitting everything. Like I'm going full normal DPS mindset, just like, yeah, everything just gets hit. Then place myself in the most optimal position so I don't just hit everything. Max deeps. All the problem was just that, hey, now everything is hitting me.
I guess you are the tank then.
Yep. Yeah, this dungeon also got an overhaul. Forgot about that.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's not that much. It's like
Most
around
of
the
the overhaul is sort of limited to
bosses. Yeah. That's also what I kind of remember, that the last boss took forever, but that was because it basically had like a ton of like invuln phases, I believe.
Yeah.
Some of the others were just not that great either. I still remember that the next one we have is like the airship one, which is just... I just always find it weird.
Yeah. The mage.
And Encore kept getting runs where it was like 10 plus wipes on the last boss. Damn. I mean, just remember it taking like a long ass time. Wait, wasn't there something about needing to also kill something during that fight? In order to not die to certain attacks? Where's that in this one?
I mean, technically you always have to kill something during a boss fight,
True, but like
else you won't win the boss fight.
but like an ad that you need to kill in order for a thing to get dropped, so you had like a shield or something like that.
In the last one of this one, yeah.
Just can't remember. Is that still a thing in this one? Like in this version of it?
You just sort of not. Ah, fire.
The problem was that people kept hitting it either too early or too late. I seem to remember that. I know for a fact that that also sometimes happens in the Leviathan fight, because I've once hit that lever a bit too early, so we ended up wiping. Granted, it was also like a while since I had last done it, so I did not remember the timing of it. I think a thing that a lot of people also have a bit of trouble with when it comes to timing is tank limit breaks. Like whenever it's a dungeon or a, I guess more trials or raids when it's needed, it's like sometimes tanks just don't seem to know the right timing, where it's like, oh, use it way too early. It's like, oh, they used it like right at the start of the countdown, and it's wasted.
Yeah, tank limit breaks are kind of jank,
Yeah.
especially the mandatory ones.
I still do love the ones that they are still really cool when it's like, okay, here's a big attack. You need to block this, otherwise you cannot survive. Because it's not often that you have to use it, but it's still kind of cool when it happens.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole thing at the end of Endwalker where it's like, oh no, stress. We just used it. Here the attack is again. We don't have limit break. Oh no. I don't know why, I still love just being like, ah shit, we failed the DPS check.
Sprout in a cutscene. Hopefully it doesn't sprout any ideas.
Maybe good ideas.
Nah, I'd win. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, during the end singer fight, I still love just going like in jet when we fail, or just before it's like, ah shit, we failed the DPS check. I feel like sometimes some like first timers might be like, ah shit, we failed it, and then it's like, wait, why did the screen go black? This might be like the third time I've done this dungeon after the update to it. I still don't fully remember the mechanics of this one, because I definitely remember taking a few hits the last time I did it. Like, what do I do? I also don't know the exact width of the attacks. I'm like, where can I stand?
Any way you want to. That includes inside the attack. But at your own discretion.
I do actually have Arcane Crest at this level, so I can reduce the damage by like, or actually give myself a barrier that nullifies up to 10% of my maximum HP. Which, granted, isn't a ton at this level, but still.
Yes, Ahmon.
It's actually nice that they made it so that you see this attack this early. It's not like, oh yeah, you're like level 60 or something like that. Here's an attack that hits multiple times. That's a stack, where it's like, how does this work? I'm pretty sure I've seen people run away with both normal stack markers, but also like Archmon ones, where it's like, they're dead.
It is also healthy for the summoner to know that it exists.
Yep. A really good attack. It's still a little bit conflicted on the whole like solar Bahamut thing.
What's conflicting about it?
Mainly just the whole like, you now have essentially like they didn't really change anything. Now it's just that, oh, you have less Bahamuts and less Phoenix, but more of a third one that people seem to be a little bit more like about.
I mean, in terms of what abilities it has, it is the strongest summon.
True, but I think I feel like a lot of people wanted like extra stuff, almost like more of the smaller summons, maybe, so that hey, during Phoenix phase you maybe get like the fuck is his name again? Ramu, Leviathan, Shiva, maybe. Like those three. I guess the smaller ones instead of Ifrit, Garuda, and Bahamut. Or not Bahamut, Titan.
I guess.
Just like a little bit of a...
Alexander summon or you uninstall? Why would we be able to summon a like Alexander?
They have, I think I've actually seen a video that explains why we're able to summon certain things. We have been exposed to the ether of certain primals. That is why we can summon them. We've been exposed to Bahamut during either during the Bahamut raids, or if your character is technically or actually a 1.0 transfer one during that whole event. So it's like you've been exposed to Bahamut's Aether. You now have the ability to actually summon him as a summoner. We've been exposed to Phoenixes. We've been exposed to the 3 Lego primals, and the theory apparently with Solar Bahamut, if I'm understanding correctly, is that we've been exposed to Heidelin's Aether. But since we aren't really able to summon something of that nature and power, we basically, because we keep from, what is it, Stormblood onwards, all of our attacks that we learn are basically just like we come up with them ourselves. The theory is that the Warrior of Light basically went, well, I have Bahamut, who I'm very familiar with, and I have Highlands Ether. What if I try and mix that together? It's all a Bahamut.
Like a milkshake.
Yes. Dragon and Light Mommy Milkshake.
Slurpy derpy.
Yeah, apparently that is kind of the explanation. I don't know if they actually like give that as the proper explanation in the like Summoner questline, because I actually haven't read that. I have been meaning to actually like play through all of the job quest lines and actually like read all the text, kind of like I did with, I think, White Mage up to level 50 and Ninja all the way up to the end of Stormblood. I haven't done the last quest of that one though. I kind of want to do it for certain jobs, especially what is it called again? Dark Knight. Just because I've heard that that is like the best of the job quest lines.
It is really good, yeah.
But it also makes sense because it is made by, I forget her name, but the main writer for Shadowbringers. But it's like, if it's the main writer of Shadowbringers, it's like, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be good. Plus, also everyone says that it's like good, so it's like, yeah. Apparently, there is some jobs, or yeah, some jobs that apparently also deal a little bit with stuff that happened later on, like. Apparently the Dancer and I guess also Bard questlines have something that kind of hint at Dynamis in a little bit.
Well, I haven't played Dancer, but so much I have been told, yes.
Yeah, I think I saw like a Reddit post about it at some point, like not too long ago. Or that was mentioned, but I don't know the full details.
I watch a guy on YouTube called Stout Hum who talks about, you know, Final Fantasy lore a little bit. And he actually made a video about Dynamis not too long ago.
I think there's like 2 people that I watch on YouTube that I'm subscribed to that deal with that.
Why did that Lalafell walk up to me and merge with me and then leave?
Oh no, I think it was alt tabbed when that happened. Like I was quit looking at like YouTube, and then then you said that, and I was like, what? The most powerful weapon that Lalafels have, the Wa. Mainly because it has it's just annoy the fuck out of everyone else.
Oh no, I attracted someone. Hello?
Live stream reaction.
Oh. I should buy the what's it called? The die emote.
The good old where the fuck is it? I have so many emotes in this thing.
Yes, that one.
And you can also do the slightly glitchy one.
I see.
I know that there's like different ones, but you can basically do one where it's like you essentially just jump and then you do something. It's basically, I think you essentially queue up one action, then you pull out your weapon, do the play dead emote, but then also jump, kind of. So you kind of queue things in a weird way. Yeah, the game doesn't really know what the hell to do. I feel like this emote was just made for the made for Lalafels.
I
Wow.
mean, it is one particular Lalafell who you know,
Waku Waku.
introduces us to it. You remember the dungeon? Certain Sultana?
Oh yeah. I was thinking more in terms of like Anya from Spy Family. It's basically like her like thing that she does, from what I understand.
It is. But basically it is the emote that what's it called? What's her name again? Nanamo uses in the dungeon on like repeat. In a
Yeah.
lot of
Every
places.
time she sees something new and exciting, like, wow.
Yeah. And it's also, you know, the place where you buy the emote from. So
Yep. All fun emote as well. Still need to.
I've never played what's the name of the game?
All guys.
There we go. Yes, I've never played Fall Guys, but I have the emote.
So do I. I've never played it either.
But I guess I do kind of have played Fall Guys because it was in Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
You know. Also, these gloves have what's it called? Pointy. What do you call it? They are claws.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Very claw-like. And shiny.
I actually never noticed that. Damn. Okay, now I'm curious about something. Do they change color if you change the dye?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
I can't wait for the what's it called?
Two-tone dye.
When they get the other channel to see if you get to because when you change the dye, you also like you don't get a different color on the metal. You get a different color certain parts of the metal, and then the what do you call it? The in-between parts.
Yeah,
So
this
I'm interested to see where the two-tone colors will come in.
yeah,
If we get to what's it called, dye the inlays independently, or if it's the metal that gets added, or if it's the shiny parts that gets to, you know.
yeah. Because currently it's more like accents that get colored on this one than the like
Yeah.
really main part.
Unfortunately, the boots in the set don't quite match the shininess. They do have some shininess, but
Yeah,
it's sort of more like static. What do you call it? Like they have one color that doesn't get alternate dye, or like dyeing the what's it called, the boots don't get you what's it called, alternate colors on the
Small gem things.
yeah. If you look at the they are the shiny parts of the boots, and they don't change color, and I'm so sad about that.
Guessing it might have to do with the like how they made it, where it's like more part of the texture maybe, and they just
but
haven't made
do,
that.
They like, if you look at my model in the environment, you can see that they do light up, and they are shiny in the dark.
Yeah.
Like what's it called, the parts.
Yeah. Still feel like the two-tone like dyeing system was a bit of a hit and miss. Like some pieces of gear where it was like, oh, you can dye two colors. Some of it works really well. Others is like, this is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. Like, why would you pick this one? Like, I specifically remember that there's like, I believe it's a hood that you can buy on the store, which like the strings that would basically allow you to like make the hood basically smaller. Kind of, I think that's kind of what it's supposed to be. There's like some small like metal things in that. That's what you dye. Like the second dye channel. That's the only thing you can barely see. It's like, who on the team thought this was a good idea?
Yeah. Also, I send you pictures so you can better see the shiny parts on the boots if you wanna.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed the like small glowing thing. I think maybe on mine it doesn't show up as much because of my graphical like settings, and maybe also just like the angle, and also all of my, it is also a little bit hard to get like the proper angle.
Yeah, when I am a tiny potato like the chef.
Also doesn't help that my camera's angle a bit more up, and I have so much UI in front of everything.
Yeah.
My UI is so like bottom heavy, almost, I would kind of call it. Just everything's at the bottom, especially in the center, so it's like can't see shit. Guess I do have, that was print screen, that was not the button. Is it?
Scrimped
Nope.
green.
Scroll lock, that was the one.
Trying to look at me in the first person.
I mean, it's not gonna help a whole lot in getting a good look at the boots.
I could try jumping. Or I could, I don't know, walk up a staircase.
Or maybe, and apparently it's timing. Yeah.
Ah, yes. You're now the perfect height for me to slice off your head.
I think you're actually taller than me now.
It's not true. You're sitting down, I'm standing up.
I mean, but I'm sitting down, you're taller than me, unless maybe...
Are you trying to be taller than me while sitting down?
I think you're technically still a little bit taller. But now we're at least eye height.
Hi. Welcome to the world from my perspective.
Oh, I can't lolly-ho when I'm sitting down. Wait, can I? Is it just this post where I can't do that stuff? Nope, I just can't do it. For some reason,
you on the head.
there's some emotes that you can do while sitting down on a chair, but you can't apparently do it when you're sitting on the ground.
Some emotes that it says you can do on the mount, but they do nothing when you do them on the mount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think my inventory is scaled a little bit too much. I kind of had to like try and scale it a little bit ago because I need to show some fish to a person in my FC because they need to basically get some medium fish that I had because they needed them for their house for paintings.
A bit fishy if you ask me.
Yeah. They ended up getting a 100-eyed axolotl.
100-eyed.
Yeah, that's what it's called. I basically just had like in my like on one of my routines I had like I think 2.5 like bag things just filled with like big fish. And I thought like I'm never gonna use these for anything. They're only available to like use in paintings and I'm not gonna be using them for anything like that. So I just went, do you need any fish for paintings? They just needed like that one, and then I went, okay, time to turn the rest into, or most of the remaining ones just into sand.
Sandy.
Yeah. What is that emote?
It's called Rally.
Oh, it's not
the ones to soothe.
Not that one. It's didn't have slap. I was looking for slap because I have pet, I have hug, poke, and a few others. I have so many. Some of these I never use. Like I never use fucking squat.
Why not? It's the Final Fantasy classic.
Yeah. I just haven't used it a lot recently. I feel like it's usually more the dances.
I got the timing right.
What timing?
That timing.
Ah, for the slaps.
Right in the face when you're down here. With me. Yeah.
Okay, that just looks weird now.
Yes. You're the one who made it weird. Tingle.
Wanna do another roulette?
I mean, I've been waiting for you to just start one.
Yeah, but then we ended up starting to talk.
No.
Apparently all of Angora's inventory is just filled with fish.
Sounds a bit fishy.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, I did also at some points have like so many goddamn fish in my inventory. I've actually been recently doing a lot of progress in terms of the diadem and fishing. This, oh yeah, I also ended up recently getting the Fisher's Life for Me Greater Eosia, which is basically getting all the fishing, like fish X amount of times in level 1 or X to X waters in one of the Heavensward area, or not Heavensward, Eosia areas. That one took some time, but I've also, where's that one? There's so many achievements there. I'm halfway with the Skyward points for Fisher. 252,000 points. it's still gonna take a while.
Okay.
The gathering ones are gonna be the one, or botanists and mine are gonna be the ones that are gonna be an absolute pain in the ass, though.
Oh, just one.
Yeah, the one with the somewhat rough first pull.
I don't know, I guess I could stop it here.
I think it's usually around here people will stop it just because it can get very rough later if you pull it too far.
This is too cold. Wasn't actually that bad. It could have just pulled all the way. Oh well.
Yeah. I feel like it heavily depends on like the healer that you end up getting and the DPS, if they can kill the enemies fast enough, because otherwise it's like this pull is like a killer. I think it also doesn't help that it's like, what is it, like the second dungeon in the expansion? I actually don't remember now. Are there, like, I know there's the first one where you're like on the ship, but are there any other ones that you need to do? Stormblood? Like before this?
Can't remember. It's been too long.
I know this is after Susano, but I don't remember if there is another dungeon before this. I know that there's Suino Sato, but that one is optional, so... Okay, there's the second mandatory one, because like I know that like Shadowbringers Stormblood had the whole thing of like, hey, slightly weird thing with like, hey, here's a random optional dungeon you can do in the middle.
The weird one with the trials, isn't it?
Yeah. I honestly don't mind that one that much. It can be a little bit rough though if some of the other party members have no idea how to do the like do certain mechanics.
I'm probably not gonna remember how to do the trials.
I mean, they aren't that difficult from what I remember. It's mainly just like, don't look at the golem, don't get hit by the AoEs, I believe, stuff like that. I think there's like maybe a few times where there's a little bit of the AoE where it's like overlapping what can be like maybe a little bit more difficult, but it's like it's never like super hard, I think.
No.
Yeah, Angora is correct that it's like only one person needs to do it or finish it, so.
No. Time for the weird trial boss. No.
Did you get hit by the gaze attack?
Yeah.
I usually always just make it so that I just look away from the boss always.
Yeah. I don't have the ability to walk backwards.
Yeah. You have, what is it, Legacy?
Yeah.
That is one thing I actually like with the standards, just that I can walk backwards. Don't run away with it. Stack it. This one I basically usually just like find a corner where no one else is and just run in circles.
Mode. I got hit by the line the healer was making. Gotta find the right rock to hide behind.
I believe it's always either north or south. So east and west always get turned into like enemies that do a like thingy, like those red moving outward AoEs. North. I have seen times where it's like south. I think it might depend. Maybe it's like dependent on where the meteor thing will actually hit. Because I know for a fact that I've seen south as the place we stand.
Okay. Oof.
Pretty sure that the last time I ran this one, it was south. It could also be that I'm just misremembering, but I'm almost certain that it was south last time.
Alright, this part with the ball.
Yeah, time for Indiana Jones. Shenanigans. I seem to remember that it's then 2 or 3 boulders.
Yeah. Something like that. I don't know if we should wait here or keep going.
I think usually whenever I run it, we usually just heal these two, and then move forward.
Okay.
I don't think for any specific reason, it's just might as well.
Think about it, there might actually not be more boulders.
Yeah, I think that is the end of the boulders.
Shouldn't be any boulder. It's italic. Unfortunately, I don't have the gap closer.
Yeah. That is the thing I feel like tanks should get earlier, just some kind of gap closer, because I think a lot of like just yeah, melees, these get it. And in some cases it's not even gap closes, it's like backwards jumps with a Dragoon.
Yeah, but a lot of Dragoons know how to use that one forward.
Yeah. Especially if it's on legacy controls, that is like super easy.
Yeah.
A little bit harder on the standard because we need to do the whole like kind of, I think usually jump and turn the entire camera around. Flips lantern, not slander, it's more just not the easiest thing to maybe do on standard compared to legacy. Did we skip the ad?
Maybe? Oh, I guess I misunderstood how I was supposed to do the green.
And it moves backwards on standard. It does kind of suck, but still, yeah. It's just a matter of like learning how to like do the spin, but it is a bit harder to actually also aim. Like that's the biggest problem I feel like with the Dragoons like backwards jump, because a lot of times I want to use it for like when we're doing like this, it's not exactly the easiest to aim. I think I've actually played Dragoon where I've had to like, or after they got the wing glide thing.
Ooh. So it's even difficult on what do you call it?
Legacy?
Legacy.
I mean, couldn't...
There's actually a turnaround time.
True, but you could essentially just like move backwards and then press, because we can't really do that. Standard.
Well, Legacy don't move backwards. That's the thing.
Yeah, they turn around. I have been meaning to try and maybe learn Legacy, because from what I understand, it does have advantages. Like the whole like kiting, for example, is apparently a lot easier. Because when using standard, it's like, oh, I'm moving. If I'm moving away from the enemy and I use an attack, if I'm not like, for example, right clicking and constantly just moving my camera from side to side, it just goes like, yeah, whoop, it turns me all the way around when I'm attacking. Angora's on the controller and it sounds a little hellish on that. Very used to standard, yeah. I think the main reason I play on standard is just because I'm used to it. Like, I used to play World of Warcraft, that uses standard controls. I've also allowed for like the other one, but I know that they mainly just use standard for like several years. I just got kind of been used to it. One more roulette, maybe?
If you wanna.
Do you want to do normal raid or trial? I don't know which ones to actually give stuff.
I have no idea. I have not done any of the, what's it called? Like, I'm not really good in the normal raids except for Endwalker and current. I don't know what goes down in the other ones, really. I have, what's it called, the Alexander ones.
I will say
that's about it.
Depending on what raids it is in each, like, from each expansion, some of them I feel like I'm more confident in than others. But it heavily depends on like how much responsibility the tank actually has, because if it's something like, oh yeah, there's maybe like tank swaps or something like that, it's like, I don't know how to do that. I've never had to do a tank swap, although I don't think there's really tank swaps in normal content. I think it's more just extremes savage.
I think I'd prefer to do the alliance ones actually, but it's your time, and I don't know. It's I don't know when you had planned to stop, but it's what, 21:32 right now.
Yeah, let's see. Most alliance rates take like what, 30-ish minutes? If I'm not mistaken. Isn't it around like 20-30-ish minutes?
Probably. I'm more confident in my alliance raids than I am normal raids and trials, frankly.
True.
But I've also, you know, played them a lot.
Yeah.
It's funny how often I end up the main tank in Goliath and Eurothesian. Yeah. Just because when someone in the DPS group just decides to jump, I might as well go, right?
Guess we can do an alliance raid. Also, Angora, do you want to join for an alliance raid? Let
Alliance yourself with us.
Alright. Fight you then.
Yeah, sure. Sorry. I had to do the meme.
Knows, maybe we'll get lucky and get one of the Endwalker ones and actually get like a really fast or a lot of XP. Shit, those give a lot of XP, some of them.
Yeah.
And which one is it again? That's the one that gives a ton.
The preferred one is Agalaya, yeah.
Yeah. I still feel like I probably get a decent chunk of lag from that Thalea, or how you pronounce it. I mean, just because of so much shit happening.
The first raid, Agalaya. The second raid, Eagalaya. The third raid, Thagalaya. There we go. I named them all correctly.
Yep.
Sure.
Definitely. Not gonna fact check that at all.
And especially not with the information you have right there on stream. Ah, there we go.
What are you talking about? There's no information.
No information at all.
Oh, just the Tower of Sod. I'm looking at the dungeons. Kids is Hyperborea. Some of the names in this game are just like that one's also a little bit like there are some names in this game where it's just like how do I pronounce this?
Try pronouncing the first dungeon in Dawn Trail.
Most of the Dawn Trail names I'm just like I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna butcher it so much.
Oh look, it's the Crystal Tower. Well, Cyrus Tower, but still a Crystal Tower. Hooray! That's the full pronunciation. Yeah.
At least it's not Labyrinth of the Ancients. Because I feel like that's the one that is the most boring one.
They didn't make it Labyrinthus of the Ancients. That would have weird percussions. Ah yes, 2 paladins and a gunbreaker. And other cute Lalafels.
I think someone from my FC actually did like a... I don't know if it was like a full run, but I know that at least they did one of the Crystal Tower raids with a full Lalafell party.
Nice. I saw a meme on Twitter with a full Thancred party.
Yeah, I think also the Lalafell party was with the onion helmet. They all had the onion helmet on.
I'll just go in here and try and tank some of them.
I also just noticed we have one of the party members is a first timer, so we're getting 50 extra poetics. Yay!
Oh, that's awesome.
50 poetics is 50 poetics.
Like I said, that is awesome. Yeah.
I don't remember which one it is, but it's either, I think, Labyrinth of the Ancients or Circus Tower. Part of its melody is actually part of the twinning theme.
I'll be forward. I heard you. I didn't hear you say Cyrus Tower. I heard you say Circus Tower.
Yeah, because that's what I usually heard it be pronounced as.
Circus Tower?
Yeah.
Okay, well, as far as I know, it's pronounced Cyrus Tower.
I just always hear it like pronounced circus for some reason.
Circus 1994. Also, I guess I am the main tank.
Maybe we could also pronounce it more in a Danish way. Circus.
Okay. I mean, that does check out, I guess.
Like, if you were to pronounce it in a Danish way, I don't know how else you would pronounce it other than circus.
Zero Tower.
Zero.
Zero Tower.
I thought that existed as well.
Yeah. What, the one brain cell. Just,
Zero Tower.
I mean, this is many-headed dog with big movers, so yeah, I think it checks out.
Also, apparently the lore for Skilla? I don't know how to pronounce her name. It was basically that I think Amon basically went like, this woman doesn't like wolves. Let's make an experiment where we basically fuse her with like a shit ton of wolves. That is literally what he did apparently. Just like, let's fuck with her.
Well, I haven't had any tanking interference so far.
Good. It's usually not a good thing when the tanks start fighting for aggro in this in the alliance
Yes,
for
he's
that's
just a whimsical little guy. Him, what's his name?
Amon.
Amon.
I forget what was his name again. Like back in the day, like I know it's Daniel, but then there's also what is his other name?
Hermes.
Hermes, that was the one. I couldn't remember it. It's also been a while since I last played through the Endwalker expansion.
Yeah.
I feel like the ads here are usually the ones that people forget the most about. I feel like I oftentimes see people just run ahead without killing the clones.
Yeah. That is a mood.
I will also say they do kind of just blend in with the rest of the like
With
players.
the rest of the tower.
No, just the rest of the players, because like okay, yeah, they have the exact same like height as most other characters,
Yeah.
so you just don't really notice them. And now the guy with no mechanics.
The guy that used to have mechanics, but doesn't anymore because he got nerfed to hell and back.
I mean, have you seen the guy that basically has been playing through all of Final Fantasy solo? Or solo as it is, he has been able to.
No, I haven't, but I have seen, what's it called, a video on all the mechanics that, what's it called, that used to be in what's it called?
This fight.
In all the fights in the Crystal Tower raid as a whole. And, like this guy used to have a lot of mechanics, like the weird turrets that show up. If you stand in like the AoE and stop moving, you actually become what's it called, transparent. So they're actually there to kind of avoid a certain phase. So you have to what's it called, not kill them, then hide in that what's it called, that circle, and then kill them afterwards, as far as I can remember from the video.
But yeah,
Because he would like aggro you if you didn't hide in the circle and just, you know, walk over to you and kill you while the tank couldn't do anything about it.
okay. But like the guy that basically has been playing through Final Fantasy solo, he, yeah, as Angor mentioned now, he recently beat Susano. He hasn't released a video on that, but it was like on live stream. When he had to do the Crystal Tower, you can't do that one solo, of course. So he ended up getting a full, I think it was a full party of all people who had also done like complete solo runs up to that point. Even with like their absolute just not great gear at that point, and everything was like synced and in item level and no echo and all that stuff, they still never got any mechanics from that guy.
But yeah, he basically has none because he got nerfed to hell and back.
we'll say.
But he used to have actual mechanics. I think Vile Utterance would yeet you off the platform. So if you got caught in Vile Utterance, you had to sort of make it happen so that you would get yeeted onto one of those outer platforms. There's also something about an ad phase where you would jump along all the platforms and kill ads on the platforms. And you had to, like, what was it? One party would hold him in the center while two other parties would go either right or left down the path. Oh, okay.
I guess maybe some of his mechanics was just like too hard for people to understand.
I don't know why they got removed over time. I think it was just a decision because it's the raid everyone had to do.
Maybe. Because I have no idea really what the mechanic fully is for this one. I know that there's like
have to be used to disable or make the what's it called the kumkum smaller.
Yeah.
To make them easier to tank down. Basically, you just kill the experimental slimes to prevent raid-wide attacks.
Yeah.
Like that one, which is actually kind of pretty bad.
And then there's the like ice blocks where people just sometimes don't end up standing in the right place.
Yeah, it just has to not be inside. What's it called?
His hitbox.
Yeah.
Also, apparently there was some glitch at some point, like around the recent Dawn Trail, where these ice blocks did not work.
Yeah.
Maybe they
and
just didn't
curtain
spawn.
call. Basically, curtain call is the
Yeah,
one
that's the
wipe
wipe.
wipe the entire raid.
And I seem to remember that a lot of people sometimes don't get that. Hey, you need to not be standing out in the open, otherwise you're dead.
Yeah.
I feel like it's usually people that either haven't run it before or haven't run it a lot. Just didn't notice it the first time.
Yeah.
Which, fair.
Yeah. Beep boop.
I feel like this is one of the only like alliance raids where people don't wait for people.
Well, I am.
Yeah, I was going to wait, but then everyone just started saying, so I was like, I feel like also that cutscene, it's not really the most interesting one, from what I remember.
It's tradition.
Yeah. I feel like it makes more sense in the later, like, raids. It's like, especially stuff like, what is it again? The near raids. Some of those ones are like, those are some good cutscenes.
Yeah. But still.
Yeah, it is tradition to just wait for everyone to be ready. Well, I feel like if you basically, it's really only like something people would do if they see the whole like, hey, first time player in like that message, then they'll wait. If there's none of that, it's just nah.
I feel like it's kinda an unagreed rule that if there's a ready check and someone doesn't, but you know.
Yeah, like generally people will wait, but I think if there's no one, it's like first timers, like people will maybe just not even bother with it. But yeah, usually if there is a ready check, I'm like, we should wait. If someone starts pulling, I'm like, you motherfucker. Also like how the general rule of just like don't stack markers is just like nah.
Yeah, this one we don't care. They don't even do damage.
I think they actually do damage, but it's such a small amount that it's like we're getting tickled. It doesn't matter.
Tickle your fuzzy bunny.
Yeah. It's like a slight breeze where it's like this is nothing. No special chest. Wait.
No.
Take the orchestra roll. I'm not grabbing the like smaller like scraps because like I don't want to craft more fucking orchestra rolls. I have so many of them on one of my retainers. It was purely because I was like, I can maybe sell them for something. Nope. They sell so slowly.
Here's an orchestral roll for 100 gold.
Some of them do sell for like 30,000.
Oh, that's actually kind of decent.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they sell slowly, then oof.
Yeah, I think generally they sell from anywhere from around like just under 1,000 up towards like several thousand. Like this is what they're currently set at. Some of the ones that I have, like 55,000 for Lines of the Dark. Thunder rolls. I feel like some of them will heavily depend on like how good this like music is, and also how easy it is to get. Like if it's for some of the ones where it's like, oh yeah, this is really easy to get, like Fallen Angel, that is Garuda's, that one's super easy to farm the materials for. But stuff like if I get one, I forget what it's called now, that one. The song from basically anything where it's like from, I think, yeah, Stormblood, Trials that you need to farm it from, or Shadowbringer raids or Trials. Any of those is like, okay, yeah, that's way higher price because it's so much more difficult to actually get those. Like, what was the name of that song? I think I have it, I just can't remember what the hell it's called. From the Eden raids, I know that. Blinding Indigo. That one, for example, I think sells for a decent chunk. Actually, going to check. Versalis. What does that one sell for again? Oh, not as much actually as I thought it was. Over on Chaos it's apparently like 43,000. On Light it's apparently up around like 50,000 ish. Yeah, there's apparently also not a lot of them for sale, so yeah.
Oof. No.
Apparently Angora has like 10k. Yeah, that song is kind of pricey. I think I actually can't remember how I got it. I think I actually bought it during the last Moogle event, or maybe it wasn't the last one, but like one of the previous Moogle events where they were selling it, because I was like, I really like that song. I'm getting it from there because I'm not farming it. Because I just kind of knew that either I'll have to like get a party to farm it, because running it synced is gonna take way too long, or I'm gonna have to like buy it on the market board where it was already kind of like a bit too pricey for what I would want to buy or pay for it. Like generally I have been able to find some occasional rolls where it's like, how is this song for sale for like nothing? Like sometimes I've found songs where it's like, oh, this song is from like some random raid. It's for sale for like 1,000 gil, where I'm like, I'm just gonna buy that.
Yeah.
Then there's times where it's like, oh yeah, here's like the song from M2. Yep, that's only like several hundreds of thousands of gil. Maybe even millions, where it's like, yeah, I'm not buying that. I'm not paying that for that song. I'll wait until it's like easier to farm. Like maybe wait until like the drop restrictions are lifted. That way I can just like farm it myself.
Mood.
Anyway, I think I'm probably gonna go ahead and end the stream here because it has been like 2.5 hours and I have work tomorrow. and probably won't be home until like, I think the earliest I'll be home is maybe like 8 in the evening.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna be at my work at like 8:20.
Oh no.
I usually arrive like 30 to 40 minutes before everyone else from the team that I work on or work with. So it's like, Granted, it's because usually we're supposed to like meet up at like, or meet at work at 9 because that's like the start time, but because of like travel for me to get to my work, it just fits better with that. Otherwise it's like, oh, I get there like 10 minutes before, unless stuff doesn't line up correctly.
Oof.
Plus then I technically get to like leave earlier, because that's what they have as in terms of rules. Like if I meet up at like 8:20, I can leave at 4:20. But I don't always end up doing that, because then there's Chun who I work with. Sometimes when he's at work, I don't end up leaving before he also leaves, because then I'm sitting there like with a task, like I want to finish this. And then I don't get home until sometimes 7 in the evening.
Oh no. Oof.
And that day, I think we also left the office at like 5:30 or something like that, and didn't get to public transport until like 5:50 or something like that. Even though it's not a long distance. So yeah, that was a day where I got home at 7. ate dinner at 8. I usually eat that at like 5 or 6.
Do you at least get paid well with that long work day?
If I would say it's a decent amount. I don't think it's maybe like, I don't actually know what the industry standard is for like my job, but it's more than I've been paid before, so that's at least something.
Yes.
Like, it basically covers my expenses, and I have like extra money. So it's like, if it does that, it's like I'm okay with it. As long as I'm not scraping by, I'm fine. Plus they usually also have something where it's like, oh, every year you basically like, they can see that, okay, yeah, you're worth basically. You're doing your job, you are a valued employee, you get a pay increase.
Neat. Yeah.
So I would still, like, I wouldn't mind maybe going a little bit down in pay if I could avoid having to travel. Like, the travel distance is a bit annoying for me. Would prefer if I could have a job like in the town or in the city that I'm living in, so it's like didn't have to travel over an hour to get to my work. It's a bit annoying.
Yeah.
Would kind of prefer if I could, like, there is one job near me that if I basically had a job there, I would have maybe like a 15-20 minute walk.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah. And the nice thing is, it's even that like job is also pretty close to like a store, like a grocery store. So I could basically just be like, okay, I'm off work, quickly go over, buy groceries, head back home.
Mm.
But yeah. Anyway, I should see if I can maybe find someone to raid, if there's even anyone currently streaming. Okay, yeah, I definitely have people I can raid. Holy shit, there's a lot.
No.
Who to go with? Guess we could maybe go with Cryomy, as long as she's been streaming for 3 hours. Yeah, that should be fine.
No.
Yeah, thank you for doing doing some roulettes with me, Ishin.
No.
Also,
Thank you for having me. No.
and also you and Gora for joining for that Alliance raid. Yeah. Hopefully I'll be streaming again on Friday, maybe, because I am gonna be working from home that day, so hopefully it won't be too tired. I hope. Hopefully I don't get any shitty like tasks that I need to do. Oh god, some of the websites that I work on is a pain in the ass.
Oof.
Like, my job is basically, I have to go onto other people's websites and implement stuff that we have. The problem is just that we need to make sure that the stuff that we implement doesn't mess with their website's layout, while also making sure that our stuff looks okay. The problem is just some people's websites are fucking garbage. Or rather, they work maybe well enough, but they're fucking garbage when we have to do our stuff. Because then it's like, oh, great. Your entire website is designed in grid. this one thing that you want us to implement does not work well with grid. Time to spend the next 3 hours banging my head against a wall with CSS trying to make this shit work.
Oh no.
It's not fun.
Oof, that's all I have to say.
Design is my passion. Yeah. Thankfully I don't have to do web design, I just have to like really do HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Which
Web design is I gave up that a long time ago, so I'm not doing it anymore.
I can't do web design. Like, can I design a website? Sure. Is it gonna look good and interesting? No. I'm usually just like, is it a general thing that people do? It is? Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna do anything fancy. Unless I find something that's fancy, I'm like, ooh, I could do that. Otherwise, I'm like, I'm not gonna try and like reinvent like some sort of design. I would rather just like get a Figma where it's like, hey, here's the design with all of like the proper like what do we call it, dimensions and heights, widths, all that stuff, and then I just make that. Because if I have that, I can easily make it. I can't make the thing though, like the design, because that's like nah.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll be streaming maybe Friday. I think maybe I'll do a 2-hour stream there. I'm kind of thinking of maybe doing Final Fantasy on Sunday and doing role quest, because I still have 2 sets of role quest from Endwalker that I want to do before I could start on the Dawn Trail ones. I can't remember which ones it is though. It's the DPS though, I know that for a fact.
No.
Yeah. Thank you again everyone for playing and watching and chatting.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid. You were watching and playing with me.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid Crowmy, who is playing. I have no idea how to pronounce this because is X or is 9? I'm not sure. Monstrum Nox. I have no idea what this game is.
No.
Never heard of it, but it looks like a JRPG of some sort. So I guess that's what it is.
No.
Yeah. See you guys next time, and yeah, fun over on Crowmy's stream. See ya.
No. Bye.